it is.
9 wheels and broken ice.
Oh, 9 wheels and broken ice. Today's a big day. We're headed to pick up the blue Suzuki Jimny, what I called the winter beater. The new owner is in South Carolina, so we're headed to go pick it up because the transporter is probably like 20 minutes away. So you'll get to see where it was parked, and then make a left here. We'll go from there. Thank you, bye. So we're here to pick up this Jimny. This is one of the first Jimnys that I got towards the end of the year. I called it the blue winter beater. But shout out to Curry's Tires for Less. They were kind enough that they allowed me to park it here with a for sale sign on it. Ultimately, wasn't a sale generated because of Curry Tires, but the fact that they helped me out on a pinch when the cops were trying to get it off the road was really helpful. So shout out to them. I'm not sure if I'll bring another one here. Hopefully I will, but it does get pricey because then remember I have to cut people in every time I do something like this. So in a perfect world I won't need to. But let's head back home to where the transporter's picking up the car. Well, we got to stop at the bank because we got to pay the transporter and then head home. I'm definitely gonna miss this blue Jimny. Back in the day I had an opportunity to get another one and I missed on it. And when I saw this one, even though, you know, it was a little paint faded or aka clapped, I really wanted this. But shout out to this Chase Bank, which I don't understand how in the world there's a bank, but they can't break a 10. Yeah, I don't get it. But anyways, also shout out to that parking meter because it's 2 for 2. I went to go get parking meter time and it didn't spit out a receipt. And then I went and grabbed some money out of the ATM and guess what? It didn't print out a receipt. So on top of them not having the ability to give me change, had to go across the street over here to like the convenience store. So shout out to them. But I needed change, and so the best way to get change was to back to back. Since I had no receipts over there, I got 2 receipts, so a Mega Ball and a Powerball. So Mendy Imports hits it, there will be signs. But yeah, shout out to all these people. Let's get this thing home, make sure everything's cleaned out of it, so when the transporter pulls up in about allegedly 5 minutes, it'll be ready to go. Try and get video of it going on the transport and all. Before I go back, I just wanted to show the Jimny one more time in case the Jimny was one of my first videos when I was putting out content on YouTube. It's not like I've been doing it for a while, but just so you get an idea, this Jimny is pretty freaking awesome. We took it off-roading. It did really well. These more off-road nubby tires are awesome. I actually hand-picked this one in Japan myself with Nick. We were at the auction. Everybody had like been wanting to leave the auction, and I was like, let me just go look at this really quickly because I was like, a blue Jimny, I love it. So went to the auction the last couple minutes, saw it, and I said, Rodrigo, we got to get this thing. Sure, it had all this stuff, but I was like, what a Jimny does is just gets you to point A to point B, but it can do it in the snow, it can do it in the summer, it can do it in all kinds of weather, and you don't have to worry about it. So on top of that is a 4-seater. You got random little storage cubby compartments. You got seats back here, which is pretty cool. And overall, I think it's just awesome. So when I saw it, I was like, I need to have it. This is why I got it. And I love Jimnys. Jimnys are, you know, they have a sweet soft spot in my heart. You know, this one, like I said, is considered quote unquote clapped, but certain imperfections that you see, it's not the end of the world. So I decided, let me get it. I am genuinely surprised it did not move quicker than I thought it would. I thought people would be all over this like hotcakes, but I guess not. I guess people have different mindsets. But I also think it's a really weird time of the year right now. Like I've said in the past videos, when I got it, it was coming into the holidays. Nobody was spending money for holidays. And then now we're coming out of the holidays, so people are being very conservative. We got a new president where people don't know what's going to happen. And let me tell you, if you see something now, get it now, because I don't know if you've seen the news, and not that I care to bring the news into Mendy Imports, but like yesterday they did or yesterday, I don't know what day, it's how disconnected I am from the news, but I just heard it through the grapevines and I saw it on my feed, was Colombia got a tariff of 25%. So right now, just to give you an idea, us importers or anybody that imports a car to the United States only pays 2.5% on passenger vehicles, and then anything that's considered cargo or pickup or anything like that, you pay 25%. Imagine if that changes to 25% for everything. So if you get a Skyline, you're only paying 2.5%, even if you paid 30 grand for that. Do the math for that. It's not very much money. It's kind of a drop in the bucket. It still sucks because you have to pay it. But what I'm trying to say is, if these new laws get implemented and Japan gets affected by these tariffs or tariffs, whatever you want to call it, you're going to start to see the price of everything go up, because us as importers need to be able to make our money. And if they're charging us more, then we have to charge you more. So if you see something, not from Mendy Imports, but from anybody out there, make sure you go and buy it now. The time is to do it now. If you see crazy good prices, I know Josh at 8404 Imports has a ton of inventory that he's like slashing down. Get it while you can, because I promise you the prices will only start to go up, even on the K trucks and all that. More so on the K trucks, again, because they're already got the 25% rule. Believe it or not, if your export certificate on your Jimny says cargo, you could actually get charged 25% on that too. So either way, I know I'm talking a lot. I want to make a quick video. I want you guys to see what goes on the ins and outs of Mendy Imports, because everybody asks me, oh, what do you do for a living? It's like, oh, I'll import cars. And they're like, oh, cool. And it's like, it actually takes work. It actually takes preparation to be able to find the cars, bring the cars from Japan, get them ready, get them titled, get them from the port to my house, deal with neighbors that, by the way, I'll show you as we drive by, are crying about parking spots that are not even being used, dealing with so many different variables that it's actually a hard thing to do. It's not easy. If you commit yourself to do this full time, it can be very daunting. I know people do it where they keep their full-time job, and good for you. I commend you. I was just ready to leave the full-time game hustle, I guess you could say, and I was ready to throw in the towel for something better, and I thought that this was better. And some days I wake up and I'm like, man, what am I doing? And then other days I'm like, no, this is cool. This is really cool. But yeah, so it may seem like I'm a bum in somebody's eyes. I really don't care. As long as I put food on the table, that's all that matters. But I want to show you the ins and outs that I can. And like I've said before, if you need help importing, just reach out. I don't want you to go through anything that you don't have to, because I've learned a lot, and I've tried to streamline things. And I'm not just saying this so you could buy my services so that I can make money. Ultimately, I'll make money whether you buy my services or you buy a car from me. That's just the reality of it. But I'm not just saying it so you don't get gypped or screwed over. You can ask numerous of people that have worked with me. I'm pretty easygoing when it comes to just giving information. I don't like to be that guy that hoards information. It's hush hush and all that, because listen, if you're not going to learn how to import from me, you're going to go through another one or to another one. You're going to figure it out on your own. Instead of going through the headaches, just reach out, ask questions. I've had a couple people already from the videos that have, taken faith in me and said, okay, let's do this. And I've been able to help them. So if you're on the fence of whether to buy something from me or buy something from Japan, if you want the Amazon effect, buy something here stateside from me or from any other importer. If you want to be patient, if you want to have the thrill of like a Christmas present coming to your door, then order it from Japan. So enough ranting. Let's go home, I guess you could say, because allegedly the transporter is probably already here, which I don't buy. Transporters always say, oh, I'll be there at a certain time, and then they're not. And again, shout out to those who called and complained to the police. You have your empty parking spots. And if you're wondering, well, Dave, are you bitter about it? Yeah, I'm bitter about it, because it's like the title. It's like the title said, they hate us because they ain't us. And people sometimes are just unhappy, and so they have to bring their unhappiness over to somebody else that doesn't deserve it. So yeah, so the transporter came to pick it up, I think probably at the worst location possible, because we're on a main street here, but he's gonna pick it up. He's got a big ramp trailer here to pick it up, so hopefully it all goes well. Keep you updated. This is pretty interesting, the way that he's about to do it, because those ramps are pretty high up there, but the Jimny, in my opinion, is pretty capable. He didn't install it so far, so that's a good thing. Little bit this way. Straight. A little that way. Straight. Keep coming. Maybe he's only taking it. It's very quite interesting. I keep telling people that way, and they keep wanting to come this way. There we go. There we go. Now people understand it. There you go. There you go. This guy wants to run somebody off the road. Come on now. Shout out Max. It says Top Toad or Top Road. That's what it says. Star LLC. They made it happen today. They picked it up, and the car's on its way to South Carolina. He said he's got to pick one more car up in Danbury. So this actually is pretty cool. It probably wouldn't work for the lower K cars unless he had another set of ramps, but these ramps, once he put the Jimny on there, they were 1, 2, 3. So it is off to you, Jeff. You'll see it very soon. Shout out to Jeff for buying it. If you guys want anything, remember I can get it transported to the lower 48 for a pretty economical price. Reach out to me. Let's get these cars sold. You guys can buy some cars from me, and in turn will be a good thing. So right now that the blue Jimny's gone, we've dwindled down to the red Alto Works, which if you didn't see, I will make a whole video about it, but clear coat is shot obviously in a lot of places on the car. The more and more I look at it, the more and more I see that it's shot. Hood, right fender, rear upper quarter panel, the bumper on the rear is kind of shot, and then this guy right here. But overall, this car's really great. I think more like a whole video to come about this. I do want to put new spark plugs in this because it's not running right, and maybe, excuse me, change the blow off valve. This JB22 is still available. I'm very motivated to sell it, so please reach out. Let me know if you're interested in it. I do need to get it to move. All these cars ultimately need to leave. I don't think I've mentioned it in my videos, but you might have heard it in Nick's videos. But basically what's happening in March is Nick is headed to Japan, and so is Mendy Imports, and I am having extreme FOMO, I guess you could say, so I'm headed to Japan as well. So the plan is to get there, but obviously if I have all these cars here and all my money's tied up with inventory and even more inventory that's coming, it makes it difficult. So if you see something you want, please say something. I'm surprised I still have this Wildland. This thing is pretty cool. It's in great shape, again, other than some clear coat peel, or not peel, but more like fade. But that really doesn't take away from the abilities that this one has. I know there's a couple people that have been asking about it. Just pull the trigger on it. You won't be disappointed with this one. Overall, is a great vehicle. If you didn't watch my off-road video, go and watch it. It was about the blue one that just sold and is headed to its new owner in this one, and they're both very capable. In fact, this one's very capable as well. It's an awesome Jimny. Then if you watch the video when we picked up this high-jet dump, this one is available as of right now. Haven't really put a sticker price on it yet. I did pick up some rims and tires that I make a video about, but went up to Connecticut, like middle of nowhere Connecticut, picked these up. So these will probably be going on this. There's also a 2-inch lift we have to add to this, so that's pretty cool. And then I have to find the marker light to replace this marker light that's broken, and then maybe some tints. I don't know. You guys be the judge. Let me know what I should do with these. Because I have so much inventory, if I had like maybe 1 or 2 cars left, then I would probably be focusing more on those. I do also have the Mir Gino and the Town Box. The Town Box is currently on the street. I'll actually get into that one and go for a drive today with it. But the Mir Gino, Nick actually has it now. I do also have the Honda Z. I forgot about that one. And then there's Project Acti as well. All of these are available and for sale. Please. I know we're ramping back up. I know people are starting to have more money after taxes and all that. Let's get these cars to move. Let's get the inventory to move. Get me out to Japan. Shout out to you guys. It's you watching these videos. You guys buying these cars that allows me to do what I am doing now. And I would love to keep doing it. And in order for me to keep doing it, I have to move inventory. And this isn't a way to guilt trip you into buying a car. By all means, don't buy it if you don't want to. I want to make sure that you're happy with what you do. But just showing you, I guess, what's left on the inventory. I would like to come down so I'm not using these 2 rear spots, I guess you could say. Well, weather's getting nicer out, so video to come on that. The Prado usually is here. That is for sale as well. I've dropped the price down to $20,000 because we want that car to move. Megan has an eye on another car. Hopefully it hasn't sold, so that we can get that for her. And then while I'm in Japan, if we don't get that car that we found, we are obviously going to look for the Prado that she actually wants, which is a 7D series. and she's very excited about that. So this is probably where I'll wrap the video. I'll try and throw this video up today so you guys get an update, because my last video I think was of a couple days ago of the actual what's it called, oh yeah, that one is tentatively on hold. It's already committed. I'm just waiting for the title to get back, but it's for the Tri Classic. So the Tri Classic's not here, it's on the back of the trailer, so you'll see that soon. And so yeah, we're starting to move cars. I'm very, very excited, getting very motivated for this. So again, if you see something, say something. Let's get these cars sold. Let's get these cars to new owners.